Everyone, my name is RR, and in this video I'm gonna share with you how much I spent for my Canada study permit application. I started my Canada journey back in 2021, so most of the costs that I'm gonna share with you are from 2021. In this video, I'm gonna share with you what are the types of expenses, such as biometrics, medical exam, including the IELTS exam, and many other expenses. So let's get started. So the first item I have here is the IELTS exam. The IELTS exam back in 2021 cost 11,300 pesos. And I took my IELTS exam. It's a general training exam at PGC under British Council Philippines. So that was a computer delivered exam. I took it and I had a CLB, I think CLB 8 or CLB 9. And then, so that's the first item, 11,300 for the IELTS exam. But what happened was I wasn't happy with my scores, so I had to repeat my IELTS exam. I scheduled another one in December. So cost me again another 11,300 to prepare for the IELTS exam because I wanted to improve my scores and to also, higher chances of being invited for permanent residency under Express Entry FSW program. However, because of what happened in 2020, most of the applicants that were invited were from here in Canada, from Canada, and most of them are CEC or PNP candidates. So I didn't had a chance, so I decided to study instead. So I used the same IELTS exam results to apply for my study permit, and that's what I wanted to pursue. So I decided to study here in Canada. So the next one I have is passport renewal. So the passport renewal cost 1,000 pesos because I had to renew my passport because it was already expiring, and I think the passport now is good for 10 years, right? And the next one I have is the NBI clearance, which is important because it's a document that you need to submit in IRCC's portal because it's gonna be one of the documents that will be checked by immigration. It's the same as a police certificate. So a police certificate in the Philippines is the NBI clearance. So that's 155 pesos. The next one is school application fee. So I decided to study here in Canada. So there's an application fee that I paid. So I decided to study postgraduate certificate for project management information technology at Canada College. So I had to pay 3,985 or $100 for my school application form, and after that I paid my school tuition. So the school tuition, that's I think the most expensive one for me because it's a 1 year program, but although it's a 1 year program, it's a bit expensive, right? And then most people would tell you that the international student pathway is one of the most expensive ones, but I know that it's gonna be worth it, so I still try to pursue it. So I spent $14,500 for my school tuition, and thankfully the school had some kind of a discount or scholarship, let's call it like that. So I got a bursary award and I got a discount. So still, that's my estimate, 14,500. Let's say 577,000 pesos for my school tuition for my 1 year program. All right. And then I had to prepare for my my documents for my Canada study permit. So one of the requirements is biometrics. So biometrics is $85 plus the student permit application fee. You also need your study permit application fee. So it's a package. I think $235 in total. Yes, 235. So In pesos, that would be a total of more or less 9,364.75. And then I have to go to the Canada Visa Application Center, that's in Makati, and I have to pay for the locker fee because I need to place all my belongings, all my valuables in their locker in preparation for my biometrics. So I went there as well, and then I was told that I need to provide a check for my passport delivery. This is for the stamp that is needed, and it's gonna be care of VFS Services Philippines Private Inc. So I had to pay for that for the one-way courier plus the SMS package, which costs me 473 pesos. St. Luke's medical exam. So this is for my medical exam in in my for my study permit application. So the medical exam cost 11,550 pesos. And then I had an additional exam. This is not needed, by the way. It's just for my own peace of mind because I had issues with my medical exam. I had issues with my lungs. According to them, I need to undergo additional medical exam for sputum culture and smear test, which I completed. But for my own peace of mind, I paid for the quantiferon TB test, which cost 7,893.86 pesos in 2021. And then the next one here is for the passport delivery. This is for the delivery of your passport to Canada Visa Application Center, which is via LBC. So I paid 315 pesos for that. The next one is the RT-PCR. That was included because in 2021, it's required that you have a negative, RT-PCR result for them to allow you to travel to Canada. So I have to pay 4,300 pesos for that test. And then I had to book an appointment with Bureau of Quarantine because apparently all our certificates from the barangays, from the cities, are not acceptable in Canada. I need to have my own international vaccine certificate. So I had to schedule an appointment with Bureau of Quarantine. So the BOQ vaccine card or international vaccine certificate cost 370 pesos. And I also need to book my flight, and during that time the cost of the ticket is a bit cheap, so I paid 624 US dollars for that. And lastly, I also had to pay for other expenses such as printing of documents, transpo expenses. I also had to book a hotel for my IELTS exam. So all those, let's say, estimate would be 10,000 pesos. So all in all, I spent 674,786.01 pesos for my Canada study permit application. So this doesn't include all the expenses that I'm gonna be I'm paying for when I arrived here in Canada. So these were all in preparation for my Canada study journey here in Canada. So again, it's 674, let's say 700,000. But for some people, they pay even more. Some say they need at least 1,000,000 pesos to study here in Canada. But for me, it's less than that because I already know what I want. Although I don't have any family or relatives here in Canada, I was able to manage my expenses very well because I know it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be challenging, it will be difficult for me to adjust. So that's all for this video. Hopefully that gave you an idea of how much you will be spending in preparation for your Canada study permits. Good luck and thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends. See ya!